Video we are going to see about what is AOT and what is JIT in detail. First of all, in general, a compiler is a tool which converts programming codes into computer understandable codes so that it will be getting executed with the help of machine. So like we have C compilers, for Java we have Java compilers, like that many compilers are available. For Angular we have two set of compilers available. One is JIT and another one is AOT. So JIT is just-in-time compiler. It is used for dynamic translation or runtime compilations. So like it will be executed on the time of running time only. It compiles the codes into browser understandable codes. So in Angular we have JIT and AOT. Both will compile the code into JavaScript code because we are writing the Angular code in TypeScript language only. So TypeScript will not be getting executed directly into the browser. So what it does now, it is running a process called transpilation. So this transpilation is a technique like it will convert the TypeScript code into browser understandable JavaScript code so that it will be getting easily understood by the browser and getting executed. Okay. Just in time compared to this runtime interpreter. So what it does now, it will convert the code, transfers the TypeScript code into JavaScript code, and it will be converted to bytecode. And every time a method is invoked, we will compile the bytecode into the machine code instructions to the running machine, and then then invoke this object code instead. Which means so that compiling will be done at the stage of when we see the browser only the compilation will be done. So this build will be happens at the time. So whenever we click on a method, we are calling a method, that method will be getting executed, compiled and executed at that time only. So it is like a runtime compilation tool. As I told you, the compilation will be done for all the files like TypeScript, HTML, CSS, whether it is SCSS or SAS, polyfills, JS map, vendor, everything will be getting compiled into the entire HTML file and general CSS file. So these files will be getting executed in the browser at the time. So they are again telling like we can convert these builds to war files and through the help of JBoss we can deploy directly, or we can use a Heroku kind of deployment tools to deploy these applications so that it will getting executed as I told you earlier, right? So how the JIT compiler is compiling. So the main thing is it will not compile all the codes first, all the components first. First it will compile only the needed components that will be fetched first. For example, we have application and we have some 10 modules and we have a home module first one. So this home module will be landed first, or this will be the root component kind of thing. So this will be getting compiled first, and then all others will be compiled at the time of needed only. So whenever we call these methods only, it will be getting compiled within some seconds and it will be getting executed. So that is the power of JIT compilation. That is runtime. So it will compile everything in the runtime only during the application running time only. Whereas AOT will compiling like first it will compile everything and just give this bytecodes to the web browser, like JavaScript code to the web browser. Then it will getting executed one by one. That will be very fast at that time. Okay, so compared to JIT, it will be fast. So it will be compiling it to machine code and all. It will be done through this only. I have given a note for how the code is converted into machine code like that. So just go through it for basic understanding. Otherwise, just go to the you can debug paragraph. Okay. So we comes to the AOT section. So AOT is ahead of time compilation. I already told you. So it's compiling everything at a higher level programming languages. So all these codes will be getting compiled and it will be made as a bundle. So all these bundles will be converted to a package. So everything will be ready for the process. So once we are logging into the application, we are launching the application and we are using this application means everything will be ready. So there will be no last minute of preparations and all. so it will be fast. Okay, so that's why we are using it in the development mode, sorry, for production mode, because production we can't do changes, right? We need to do it faster, right? At the time this will be very very useful. For this code we can just give ng build hyphen hyphen aot, that is enough. Ng serve will do the same running process, so there will be no much differences between these. For JIT compilation we are giving like ng build, that's it, for building that code, and then we give ng serve. For AOT we are giving like ng build hyphen hyphen aot, and it will compile this into a bundle, and then we can give ng serve. Once we compile this into AOT, so we don't need to give any last minute changes in the code. That is very important. We have to launch the code. Once we are running any changes, we need to again compile this into a AOT code. That is important for this one. Here the compiler takes these TypeScript files, HTML files, CSS files, so all the components, services, directives together for the process of building. So we are using ng build hyphen production for production purposes. So build hyphen AOT is for AOT purposes. We are giving here this for product prod for hyphen prod for so deployment only. So in this deployment it will include all the asset files, JS files, main vendor, polyfill, syntax, HTML, CSS files, everything. It will take us a bundle. So for compiling, and it uses to compile this source code in three phases. One is code analysis, another one is code generation, and third one is template time checking. So with these three steps only, it compiles all this code into bundles, and it will be work for deployment. This is the same thing we already seen the JIT. Okay, so that just for deployment purposes, we can deploy in such a like a war file in JBoss or Heroku or any other deployment. The same thing they give here. Thanks team, thanks for the support.